Welcome back to Securing Finance. In this episode, we're going to examine the intermediate cybersecurity architecture designed specifically for growing financial institutions. This is part 2 of our cybersecurity architecture for financial institutions. This one is going to be enhancing your security, so we'll use an upgraded version of our fictional firm FinGuard 2.0 to illustrate these concepts. And FinGuard 2.0 architecture is going to be built upon our basic architecture, our basic cybersecurity architecture. I'm going to walk you through this, and then of course I'm going to share with you how FinGuard took care of this situation and what they put into place to secure their architecture as a growing mid-sized firm. We have our VPC here. This is your virtual private cloud. We have your users. We still have your teams, of course, and your clientele. We have in their VPC, we have specific tools. And this one we have more than just I think it was the 5 or 7 that we had for our previous one. Now we have quite a few. We have our application load balancer, which you saw from our previous video, our computing powerful EC2 instances. We have our Amazon S3 buckets, which we used previously as our backup and retention mechanism for our data. We have our IAM policies, that's our identity access management. We have roles and policies that we created specifically for the different utilization purposes within our ecosystem. So we have our users, we have our clientele, they all have different ways of using our information or FinGuard's information, so we want to make sure that it's protected and people have access when they should. We're using Amazon CloudWatch, as you recall, is what helps us monitor all of our systems within our environment and gives us detailed information as far as troubleshooting concerns. If something happens, if a computing system goes down, or if someone can't get in, FinGuard will be notified so that they can take care of this and troubleshoot respectively and accordingly. So we have our KMS, this is our key management service or key management system, which provides encryption at rest. And our elevated, enhanced version of our cybersecurity architecture, we have new modules, new microservices. We have our Amazon QuickSight, which is an analytical tool used for data to analyze data quickly. An offshoot of that, we can also use Amazon Athena. It really depends on what you want to do with the information. Amazon Athena is ideal if you want to search information directly from your S3 bucket. It's very quick, very fast, and very easy to implement as well. We have AWS Shield, which provides support and protection against denial of service attacks. A new player in town, which is our ECS. This is our Elastic Container Service. So what we're going to do with our ECS or Elastic Container Service is we're going to containerize our application. The reason why you may want to containerize your application is based on your growth. If you are a large firm, a growing firm, containerizing your information using something like Docker and Kubernetes together, or Amazon has their own version of this. This allows you to migrate and scale your information quickly. So it helps with portability, it also helps with scalability. We have AWS Secrets Manager, which keeps track of your passwords. So we use a key management server, key management system to house all of your private keys and information. Therefore, if anything were to happen to your data, your application, nothing will be revealed that could potentially wipe out or destroy your ecosystem. Therefore, having Secrets Manager in play is a mandatory, it's a must. Having Amazon Guard Duty to patrol your environment, making sure that it's a proactive approach to your security. It's a must when you're having a growing ecosystem, especially for high-risk situations. Government has their own version of this, but if we're thinking about highly regulated industries, finances, health insurance, healthcare, Guard Duty is a must to protect your environment proactively. So at the core, we still have our application load balancer, as we talked about. We still have our EC2 instances or our computing power that is running our application. However, now we are seeing that we need additional security by way of your Amazon AWS WAF. So as I mentioned, AWS WAF, or the Web Application Firewall, was used to filter and monitor web traffic or HTTP requests, actively blocking out malicious traffic. So within your VPC or your virtual private network, all of your applications are running within your computing power, your EC2 instances, and your team, your client's information are all being maintained and held within your RDS databases, securely, might I add, and then they're managed. As your information grows, as your client information grows, as your employees, your team grows, your databases are going to continue to grow as well. They're going to continue to expand, like with most things. Now we need to figure out an ideal lifecycle policy for your backup. And what's great about AWS is that they have, and several other cloud institutions have, automatic database lifecycle policies. With AWS lifecycle policies, you can go ahead and say, okay, well, I want to keep this initial information that we receive from our clients for 5 years that's readily available, or 2 years for that's readily available, and then send it to in another type of bucket or another type of data storage for archive. AWS is a great way of keeping track of all of this information for you. Well, you set it up once and you don't have to worry about it again. We can also provide locks on this information. That way, no one can delete it, no one can make alterations to it, and it's extremely secure and protected. So within this VPC, or your virtual private cloud here, your application is running on your computing engines, your EC2 instances, and your team, your client's information is being stored in your relational database, your RDS, securely, and it's being managed efficiently. And now we have your S3 buckets here maintaining the backups and the retrieval. When you have backups, data backups, it's also very important to have lifecycle management involved. So we've configured roles and policies within IAM, or Identity Access Management, to ensure that your access and control is tightly managed. AWS CloudWatch and Amazon CloudTrail are going to be used comprehensively for monitoring and logging, helping the secure architecture remain auditable and informant when performing troubleshooting. As you can see, this intermediate architecture enhances security, stability, making it well suited for growing financial institutions. If you'd like a complimentary audit on your IT infrastructure, learn more at swiftalchemy.com. The link is in the description. And join me next time as we delve into advanced architecture for enterprise-level financial firms. I appreciate you watching this video, and I wish you a wonderful and a safe day. Until next time, take care and stay safe.